Peace, love, strength, and power, royal family. This is another session of Late Bloomers, part 9. I'm on my 16th week. Still in here. Still trying to stay in shape. Yeah, I moved the recorder way too close. So I can't really see my movement from a distance, but I already recorded it, so I'm gonna have to let it ride. I have a new workout that I'm doing. I'm using bands now, weighted gloves. It does help increase my speed, so I'm noticing it, and it's giving me a lot more snap too, and it's forcing me actually to keep my hands up um, above, my chin, by my chin. I'm trying to move it up to my temples, but that's pretty hard and pretty high. You expose your liver and kidneys, so I'm trying to find a medium. And plus, you gotta be careful lifting your hands up too high. It's wild because I've started running again, so I'm running more throughout the week. But now I'm not barely able to come to the gym in time. It's crazy how the energy works like that. That you improve one thing and then something else gets taken away. So I'm still in the gym, but not like I was when I wasn't running. I still fatigue out. Do my running. I do my shadow boxing. I do my sprints. I do all of that, and then I come into the gym. So I'm still fatiguing out, but I think it was a lazy day today because I have a lot of energy. Now I got way too much energy. I am getting better at measuring, using my jab, my left to kind of create that distance so that when I do throw a punch, I'm not smothered. So I'm getting better at that. It's becoming less and less conscious and more mechanical. I am putting a lot more snap on my jabs now too. And my straight has always been good. I always had a great straight. So I just keep working on that though. I want to keep it good. I don't want it to start to fall off because I'm better in other things and neglecting it. I see what I have to work on my slip. If I'm gonna slip a punch, I want to be able to actually go under. So I'll have to work on that. So I'm just noticing it now. And I'm not putting as much weight on my back foot as I would like to. So that's something I'll work on next session. That's my last round. It looks decent. I need a lot of work on some things, but I see a lot of improvement from what I started from. You always want to get better. I think I'm being more fluent as far as shifting weight, moving from side to side, and kind of positioning myself to throw better punches when I slip. So that's what I was working on. Still not exaggerating the slip as much as I want to. You don't usually exaggerate it when you're boxing, but when I'm, training like this, I want to be able to really get out the way of that punch or really move off the line of a punch. And it looks kind of lazy here, but I'll fix it. This was a alright session. Well, not happy with it, but I'm not disappointed. I'm getting a little better. I do want to work on that jab, educating my jab a little more as far as throwing it straight, throwing a hook, throwing an uppercut with one hand. I don't do it much with my left, so it's something I want to add to my repertoire. Being able to throw my jab a little more educated, be more of a threat with a jab to set up my right. I'm really proud. Give a shout out to my knees. They're the real MVPs. Because, yeah, being able to move at this age and not really deal with too much pain in my knees is a blessing, and I'm thankful. So, yeah, it's the only way you can move. Take care of your legs, take care of your body. Health first. Everything else will come great. And I am turning my hips more. That's something I also noticed. So, that's that's a good thing. That's something I didn't do as well before, but I am realizing I'm turning my hips. And after I turn my hips, after I finish working out, I feel it in my lower back. But I'm gonna keep on doing it. So that just means I need to stretch out a little more, I guess, before I work out. But yeah, I'm done with the medicine bag. I'm going to move over to the heavy bag. Stay up. Peace, love, strength, and power, royal family. It's another session of Late Bloomers, part 9. I'm on my 16th week. Moving over the heavy bag. I set my camera up a little better. So hopefully I get to see my movements, how I move around the bag. I already noticed I'm not putting my weight on my back foot. Something I said I was gonna correct, so I'm gonna correct it. But I'm working on slipping and shifting weight away from a punch and positioning myself to better, throw a punch. So that has been working for me. It's not fluid as I want it to be, but that comes after time. But I do know what I want to do, and the mechanics are a little easier now as far as me knowing how to move and when to move, and it's not so much me thinking about it as me doing it. So it's becoming more and more natural and easy to do, just moving around. So footwork is always gonna be first. So if I've got good footwork, everything else will come out of that. I do double wrap my hands too, so I don't break my daggone wrist. So, but I try not to hit it as hard because I do realize that it's dangerous. You can injure yourself, punching the bag as hard as you want to. So I'm trying to be more controlled in that. But that's all experience. After experience, the more experience I do it, the easier to get, and hopefully the less chance I take injuring myself. I'm realizing that um, going from attack mode to boxing, as far as standing up in one twos, and I'm getting a little better at it. Before it was kind of like difficult to go from the fighting stance of me attacking and to me standing up and throwing hands with you. So I don't know why it was so hard to connect it, but it's getting a little easier now. I want to raise my hooks a little higher. I think they're a little too low. I want to raise them up a little about shoulder length. I mean shoulder height, where it's coming, across my head. That's shoulder through head. Not so low. I think it's a little too low for me. But yeah, that'll take a little time, but I can get it. I already know what I need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work this week. I've been out the gym. Um, I haven't been in consistently, maybe 2 days a week, and that's like really not doing my best. But work picked up. No excuses, but that's the reality of the situation. Sometimes you gotta take a break from this. This don't pay bills. So I want to definitely work more on my stamina. I do like how I'm moving. I really do like that I'm getting more comfortable moving around. Even though the bag is stationary, you know, I do move a lot. Like this period, I'm always been evasive, hard to hit me. The problem is being able to hit you, and not lose my balance. So that's what I'm working on, being able to move and shift my weight and always be in a position to throw a punch. And that's the science that I'm working on. I don't really have a lot of burst of aggression and speed and power. So that's something else I want to work on. I'm not exerting myself. I'm still mostly working on technique and form and just being comfortable moving. But yeah, I don't think I'm exerting enough energy and throwing flurries. That's what I want to work on next. But that's probably a little ways from now. I still know that requires me to lose some weight. And I'm bull crapping, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna drop some of these pounds so that I can have more energy. Well, this was my last round, so I usually stay a little longer after this. I do my record so I can come back and watch and see how I look, but I always stay in the gym a little longer. Talk with the guys, ask questions. Watch them box because they be in there sparring. So this was a right session. It wasn't my best session, but I came. I came to work. I came to do work, and I did. I am tapped out. I have nothing left. So yeah, this is my last video. What the hell was that? I'm just attacking my camera. Well, I hope y'all stay up, stay blessed, and keep your health, your wealth, because that's really gonna be what's important in the end. Stay up, y'all.